Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial about PYBOSSA technology from SciFabric using our crowdcrafting server. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can actually create a crowdsourcing thread where you need to describe an action that is happening in a set of images. So let's start. For starting, you will need an account in a PYBOSSA server. So for doing that, you just click in the sign in button here and you can use your own email and password, or if you prefer, you can actually use the Twitter, Facebook or Google social networks accounts that you already have to sign up. So in my case, I'm going to use Twitter, so you can see the full process. I click in there, it authorizes the app. Once it's done, it's going to be redirecting you back to crowdcrafting, and now you're able to create a video. So once you click in here, you will see our wizard that we have developed at SciFabric. So this wizard basically will ask you questions and you will fill in the answers, and once you're done, the project will create the wizard will create for you a project that will work in any device. The thing is, we have layout across this wizard. So on the left side, it's where we will have to type in the information, the questions, fill in the information, and on the right side is where the wizard will give us some hints and information about what we have to do. So the first thing he's asking is about the title for the project. So let's go with something like crowdsourcing description. Once you have done it, you can actually create the project, and the next thing is going to ask you is about a bit of information about your project. So the crowdsourcing description is basically in a few words. The whole idea is to make a short description of the project that could easily fit on a tweet. This is really important because we will be sharing that, if you want, in Facebook, Twitter, etc. So something small and short that will help to understand your project. Then you can actually choose a picture to actually put it a face or an image in it. So you just click in the icon and you can choose something like this one. Once you're happy, you can actually drag and drop, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. So basically feel free to put exactly the part of the photo you want to focus on, and once you're happy, you click in the next step. Again, here you have something that is information of the wizard helping you to take decisions in each stage. So once we are done, it's going to ask you about the story about your project. So we want to know about the project. Basically, there will be 4 questions, and the first one is what and why. In this case, you have to describe what your project is about, its main purpose, and why it's important that people participate. So description, this is like a long description of your project. Then we are going to ask you, or the wizard specifically is going to ask you about how people can help you and how their help will make a difference in your project. So explain that. This is really important because basically the volunteers will need to know why they should participate. So you put some effort in explaining here why they should help you. Next is going to be who you are. Even though each project has its own owner, it's important to tell them who you are and why you're doing this. So explain here who you are and let them know. And finally, even though PYBOSSA has for each project its own blog post, in crowdcrafting their name updates, sometimes you want to also include here your Twitter links, your blog post, or your mailing list, or your contact info, so people can actually follow up and contact you directly. So feel free to type here your Twitter account, your Facebook page, etc. Anything that you want. Once you are happy, you click in create, and the system is going to create the project for you. If everything goes well, you will get this congratulations welcome message. And once you are happy, you click in come on. So this is basically the wizard now asking you about with which materials you want to work. As you can see, we can work with images, we can work with sounds, we can work with videos, PDFs or tweets. In this case, we are going to use the images as we want to describe what is inside those images. In this case, just choose that, click in done, and it will offer us 3 options. The first one is the classification. In this case, is the typical project where you need to classify by groups or discard options or arrange them into classes. The typical question like, do you see a human face in this picture? The next one is the one that we are interested in. Here is where we want to collect detailed explanations or definitions of your data. So basically it's asking people to describe like what's happening in this picture. Can you describe the action in this picture? Something like that. So it's going to be an input box where people will add their own descriptions. And then we have a third one, which is the count. Basically here is when you want to count the number of elements or groups of elements that are inside the image. So how, for example, how many dogs do you see in this picture? How many cancer cells do you see in this picture? Something like that. So in our case, we're going to choose the describe option and we will click in job. So we move to the next one. So in this case, we will have a question. Again, here is basically something that we want to describe. So the example that is given here is what is the people in this picture doing? What is the people in this picture doing? This is exactly what you want. You want to actually describe the action. And then this is the question, and then you want to actually describe it. Is this describe what? Basically explain what you want to describe. Is the people fighting? For example, description too. This could be the description fighting, they could be talking. These are the titles that the people will be describing in each of them. Fighting, talking, I don't know, walking, something like that. So in this case, as you can see, you can add as many as you want. You can even delete them. Once you are happy, you will click in I'm good to go, and the wizard will be asking you from where we should get the pictures. In this case, I'm going to use Flickr, but you have an option to upload them directly from your Dropbox account, from an Amazon S3 if you have your pictures in a bucket, or from Flickr. So basically, you will log in into the Flickr account. Once you log in, it's going to show your own sets. So you will be choosing one. I'm going to choose, for example, this one, which has 42. Let's go with this one that is going to have a bit more of action about humans walking and talking, etc. So you can actually choose the ones that you want. Once you're happy, you're going to get the summary. So basically, before creating the final project, it's going to basically ask you, it's going to give you a summary of your project. So it's basically telling you you're going to describe images, you're going to import 8 items, 8 pictures from Flickr, and the options that we have worked with is what is the people in this picture doing, and there will have 3 options to talk about: fighting, talking, and walking, and then you will be actually filling them. So if you're happy with that, you click in everything okay, it's okay, and now project is becoming to be done. Once it's done, you will have the project ready. So basically click on Take Me There, and you will see the picture running with the picture that we chose, and description and the tasks that we have imported. As you can see, we have 2 options here. It says check how it works and works, so publish it. So basically this is like a draft. Imagine this as a blog post where you have written and you want to share it with your friends. It's a draft mode, you haven't actually published it yet. So the whole idea is you can actually test it, you can share it with friends, and once you're happy, you can actually publish. So in this phase, the system will warn you about it with this pop-up, and it's going to tell you that any answer that you submit is going to be treated as a test, so you will be actually able to delete them when you publish it. This will be done automatically by PYBOSSA. So when you click in publish, the system will delete all the test answers, and it's going to be in a clean state so you can actually work with your friends for real. Once you're happy, so basically in this case, none of these categories apply, but basically imagine they're talking, so you will see there 3 persons talking. Once you're happy, you click in save, and it will load the next one. In this case, they are just let's imagine they're walking. There are 2 persons walking towards the camera. As simple as that, people can actually add the descriptions, and as you can see, it's really simple, straightforward. I didn't have to type any single line of code, and it's fully working. Once you're done, basically, the project you will be able to publish it. So clicking works, so publishes. Once you do it, it's going to delete everything and put everything as in a clean state, so people can actually participate in your project and make work with that. That's all it takes to create a project like this. But if you have many more questions, go to the About page. In the About page, you will have information. You can write us to this email, info@scifabric.com, follow us on Twitter, or even join us in our web chat. So we will be happy to actually talk to you and help you. Also, we have GitHub issues, so if you want to report any bug that you discover, or if you think you can improve or have a great idea that we should include, please let us know. Thanks for watching.